I need a beverage. I can't.
What do we
I
got?
can't
We got a couple minutes there. I'm going to go hat, I think.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Let's see what we have here. Run through the
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery. Case closed. Case closed.
Wow.
Case closed.
Oh.
Case closed.
Where's that audio coming
Case
from?
closed.
Where's that audio?
Is audio
Case
going?
closed.
That audio.
Is audio
Case
going?
closed.
I don't know. Maybe from that. Yeah, it was coming through that. All right, we're good now. This needed to be muted. That's what was coming through. Still hearing something. Is that the baby monitor?
No.
Okay. Might just be some noise on his side. Test, test, test. Let's see what this one is. Bam. Oh, it's black.
Bam.
Bam, black. Wonder why that went to black. Doggone it. It must have that thing up again. No, that's him. Doggone it. Oh, excuse me. There's him. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on camera 3 because it'll go black.
Okay.
I had it set up, but it kicked off because.
Hi.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Camera 3. There's camera 3. Oh, it's kind of crooked. Let's see if we can turn it a little bit.
You got 3 cameras today?
Got 4 cameras. Going all
goodness.
kinds of crazy today.
I can't get my system to run more than 2 at this time.
Yeah, we did 2 for a long time. So there's camera 1. There's camera 2. The Desperados moving into the area. The storm is raging and the thunder rolls. There's camera 3. Overhead view. The leagues are just a little bit out of view here, but Two Gun Bob from the Sweetwater Ranch is over here in this corner. This is where they'll be moving in from. And the Desperados are basically over there in the opposite corner. And here's camera 4, looking at the Sweetwater boys. The boys from the Sweetwater Ranch. And it says we're at 10 o'clock. So I guess we're going to start here. Hey, everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessie. And Baby June. Baby June is here.
Bright-eyed.
Oh, she is wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. We're also joined today by Mr. Bob Murch from far off land of Canada. Say howdy to everybody, Bob.
Howdy. How is everyone today?
There you go. Now, we typically don't show our guests very much. We don't hardly even show ourselves very much once the game starts. But let's see, what camera am I on here? I'll show for the boys and girls a picture of Bob just in his natural habitat. Since he's got his hat on, we don't want to miss that. So we'll give you all a brief glimpse of Bob here. You can see him over there. There's Bob. Look at that, wearing his hat.
Wearing my genuine Mountie hat.
Very cool.
So it's a little, not as mounty-ish as it should be these days.
It's got a little bit of a bend to it, but that's all right. A campaign hat.
I'd be in trouble with the force.
Okay. So this scenario is someone actually figured it out already, but this scenario is scenario number 12 out of the original scenarios book. It has been reskinned for a Wild West setting, but this is the scenario in the book that is called the Arctic Rescue. So in this scenario, you are looking for items and people that have crashed in an airplane in the Arctic, a very dangerous place. But for our scenario, we have reskinned it and put it in the Wild West. So the Sweetwater boys are coming in to look for some people and some items from a crashed army wagon. And of course, on the other side of the table, we have some desperados coming into the area at the same time. The Wild West, of course, is a dangerous place on its own, but it's even more dangerous right now because a storm is rolling in. There are high winds. It is cloudy skies. It is hard to see. There is scattered rain. There's flashes of lightning. You got to be careful as they come up and they start searching around. There could be rattlesnakes. There could be all kinds of things going on. So it is a dangerous place, but Two Gun Bob is here to try and rescue the state commissioner and find out if he's all right. Is that the story? And well, I'm sticking to it. All right, let's see. We ought to take a look and see who all's on here today. Let me see. Give me some howdies, boys and girls. Oh my gosh, what happened here? Give me some howdies out there. Give me some howdies. Can I get that back over where we like it? There it is.
There it is.
Come on, Jim Stute, give me a howdy. We got a Sean Peck. We got a Verd. We got a Dave Ashton on here. Very cool. Very cool. We got a DW. We got a Mortis. We got a William. We got a Vern. We got a Mark Duvall. Chris gives us a howdy. Jeffrey Clark gives us a howdy. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Bri G, we get a howdy from South Carolina. Very cool. Randy gives us a howdy. We got a howdy from Neil, a howdy from Florida, from Phil. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is really, really awesome. So real quick, for those of you, if you don't know who Bob Murch is the sculptor, the owner, the janitor over at Pulp Figures. He sculpted these beautiful miniatures that we're actually using in the scenario today, as well as just scads and scads of awesome figures in his line. So he has a lot of really cool stuff. If you go over to the pulpfigures.com, you're going to see all kinds of awesome miniatures. A huge collection of figures that I would say are kind of geared towards the about the 1920s through the early 1940s.
I'd actually stretch it to 20s to the 1950s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With
I would agree.
1970s thrown in, just with non-specific pulpiness.
Yes. And then you have some other weird stuff on there. He's got the Radon zombies, almost out of like a 1950s style horror, but also from earlier serials too, from like the 1930s or so. So those are really cool. And they're not like, zombies. They are more in the flavor of like the 1930s serial sort of stuff. Very cool stuff. And then a lot of other things as well, including his Old West stuff. So just an absolutely wonderful collection of figures. an amazing body of work. So we are really, really honored to have him come sit in on another game. This is his second game that he's joined us for. So let's just get started
Happy
playing.
to be here.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Thank you so
inviting me.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just get started with
Yeah,
this.
let's do it.
Let's see. What camera do I want to be on?
Who's the director?
I am the director. We've already drawn cards. This is turn number 1. I am starting off as the director, and I'm going to ask Two Gun Bob to activate the first character. Bob, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I'm going to make sure they're going to stand those 3 groups that or the 2 groups that are organized there, 3 men each. And Two Gun Bob's going to take his fellas Hank and Kenny,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to make a run. Now, I know
All right.
that's a hazard under these conditions, is it not?
It is. It is.
But he's going to run, and he's not going to run for the little goal
Uh-huh.
section. His priority is going to be to get to the building.
Okay. Okay.
He wants to. He figures if the commissioner, who he's here to find, is anywhere, he's going to be tied up inside that building.
All right. A 12-inch run is going to get you out to here. Now, Bob is going to have to take a peril for that big run there. So there's Two Gun Bob heading off towards the building, and we draw a card off the top of the deck, and that's going to reveal his peril. Let's see how bad it is. That's not bad at all. 1 with might. 1 with might. And Two Gun Bob has 2 die 8 in might. So, you know what? Might have been a gopher hole. You got to be careful out here. You can trip over anything out here. So 2 die 8. He only needs 1 success, and he got it very
Yay.
easily. He's not injured, and he makes his full 12-inch run. Now, I'm going to ask you to activate another character. You're going to have to be a little more cautious, maybe with Kenny and Hank. They're going to they might run afoul of a hazard, but that's up to you, sir. Do you want to make a 6-inch move, or do you want them to try and run to keep up with Two Gun?
I think they'll try to run to keep up with Two Gun.
Okay. All right. So here is Hank. Hank is running, so he will have to take a peril as well. Here is your random card. It is 1 with cunning. So let's see what he can do here to try to avoid getting stepping in that same gopher hole. He only has a cunning of 1 die 6, or Hank could try to use his dodge skill of 2 die 6, but that means his activation will end right here. So basically, if you use your cunning, you got a 50-50 chance of passing that.
Well, he'll go for the cunning.
Okay, so we got a 50-50 shot. We need a 4 or better, and you got it.
Yay.
Hank is up with Two Gun Bob, and now Kenny takes off running. Let's see if he avoids the gopher hole. And I hate them gophers. Oh, Kenny, you're in a little bit of trouble here. Kenny is going to need to roll 2 successes with might or cunning. He cannot do either one of those.
No.
I think he found a rattlesnake out there. Kenny cannot do either one of those, but he could attempt to use his dodge skill of 2 die 6.
All
He's
right,
gonna
we'll
have to
do
get
that.
gonna have to get 2 successes though. He needs 2 successes to avoid the rattlesnake. Here we go. 2 successes, and he did it, everyone, boys and girls. He passes it, and Kenny is up there with Two Gun Bob.
That fear to no snake.
Ooh, that was some danger. Danger move. All right, sir. I'm going to ask you to continue activating.
Okay, so we go over to
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
you have 3 cards in your hand, and you have a. Let's see, I'll put them on this camera here. You have a danger, a distraction, and a just reward. If you'd like to use that just reward right now, you could become the director since you passed a challenge. When you pass a peril, you can become the director. Would you like to use that?
No, I don't think I would right now.
Okay, he's holding on to it. All right. So I'm going to ask you to continue activating. Who's next?
All right. So we're going to get Jake
Yep.
and his crew, and they're going to head over to the
search
plot
marker.
point
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, head over to those rocks.
marker,
Jake thinks.
and they're going to walk. They're going to be a bit more cautious.
Okay. So Jake has about a 6-inch move here, and then I'm going to ask you to activate
They're
again.
keeping an eye just to see if they got to cover Two Guns crew.
So they're heading off. Jake thinks he sees something over here, and is heading off to find out what that is in that area. Two Gun and his crew are running up towards that building, and that is it for turn number 1. Now remember in this scenario that our line of sight is limited to 12 inches. So that because of the darkness, because of the rain, the high winds and everything. What is it?
Shouldn't Kenny be further back?
Why?
Because he dodged.
Oh, yeah, Kenny dodged. So that would have ended his activation. You're right. Yeah, that would have ended his activation. So he's actually 6 inches behind the others. Kenny, yeah, because Kenny used his dodge skill, that would end his activation there. Thank you guys for keeping me honest. Man, it's like I can't even cheat around here.
Yeah.
People catching me and making me play honest. What kind of tomfoolery is this? Time to make up a new game where I could cheat at. People are getting this one figured out. All right. So, Bessie, give me a camera 2, I guess.
You're on a camera too.
All right. Let's see. Now, Bob, you can play that distraction on one of my characters when I activate, and it'll give them a -1 to their might, finesse, and cunning for the turn. And then you could even follow it up with the danger and give them a rattlesnake in their boot. But that's up to you. But it does have to be played when I say I'm activating a character. So I think I'll start off with my leader here. And I'm going to activate El Indio. El Indio here is activating. Would you like to play any cards, Bob?
No, I'm going to let you do what you're going to do. I'm going to kind of
Well,
I can save the cards till things get a little more.
Yeah. I'm going to do a 6-inch move. I'm going to activate one of my banditos here, and he's going to move up with me. 6-inch move. I'm going to activate another bandito. He's going to go 6 inches this way. I'm going to activate this one. He'll go this way. And this guy, he'll go this way. This is my sidekick here with the, let's see, this one here is the sidekick. You guys tried those, the Army speed painters? No, I don't get paid for talking about their product or anything like that. But I try these things and I try to give you an honest opinion on it. I'll probably talk about the speed paints a little bit more. I did have to do a pretty quick slapdash paint job on these to get them ready for the table today. But I kind of enjoyed the speed paints, but also there were a couple things that I wanted to share with you as I guess I wouldn't necessarily call them concerns, but something to be aware of. Let's see. I think I'm done there. So they've all moved. That's the end of turn number 1. And we are starting turn number 2. At the start of turn number 2, we both draw cards. I'm going to draw a steady aim. What camera are we on?
Why?
I drew a steady aim. That's nice. And Bob, you're going to add an unseen peril to
Ooh.
your hand. Now, unseen peril is exactly the same as danger. And what it does is it makes one of my characters, as soon as they activate, they have to face a peril. So that's kind of bad. All right. So as we start turn number 2, I think Jake and his crew, well, even Two Gun Bob, he may have spotted something over here off to his left as he comes running by. You know, there's an area that he could search over here, but he's also within range of that one, or he could just continue on to the wagon. He's got a lot of options, but I am going to ask you, sir, to activate the first character.
Okay, it'll be Two Gun Bob because he's the hero.
All right,
And
Two Gun.
he's not going to let any distractions take his attention away from his goal. So he's going to keep going he's going to keep on running, and he's going to head for that building.
All righty, a 12-inch run. We could probably put you all the way up to, the corner of this building here, the wall. From there, you might even see some shapes in the darkness. You can't tell who they are, though. Just a little bit out of 12-inch range there. Two Gun Bob, he's going to get a peril, but he's just a little bit out of shooting range, or a little bit out of line of sight. He can't hardly make out those shapes, but he will get a peril for running in the darkness through there. And he's going to have to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning, and I think he's pretty darn good with both of those. Two Gun Bob is one of those cunning cowboys that you got to watch out for. He's got 3 die 10, but he needs to roll 2 successes. And he got it with 3 successes. All right, no problems at all. You make it up to the wall there. Let's see. Don't really have much else to do, so I guess I'm going to leave you there for now and move on to who is going to go next.
Okay. I think, how far are we, is his second fella?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Hank.
if that's Hank. Okay, so Hank
was the one that was right behind him before.
Yeah, Hank's not going to run. He's going to keep walking up to the corner of the wall.
Okay, won't quite get there, but he'll maybe
or the other corner. He's going to take on the other corner. Yeah, that's
this corner over here. Okay, so he won't quite make it, but 6-inch move will get him about an inch or so away from it. So he's definitely in the area. I guess we have Kenny lingering back here behind. What's Kenny gonna do? Oh, anyway, I'm gonna ask you to activate the character.
Okay, it'll be Kenny.
Okay.
And Kenny's gonna try to make up for lost time. He's gonna do a run.
Okay. Where's he headed to?
He's gonna run up behind Hank. Yeah,
okay.
He's gonna try to join Hank again after having to dodge that darn rattlesnake.
Well, let's see what happens now. He's on this run, and again, he's going to have to roll 2 successes. That's bad. That's bad. He can't handle that with his basic stats. There are rattlesnakes all over the place here. He's going to have to try to dodge it. It's his only chance.
Yeah.
He's going to have to try to dodge it. He needs 2 successes. And neither one is a success. He does not see that one coming. He's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. This could be the end of Kenny. And it is. He failed with one of those. Kenny is bitten by a snake, and he goes down. He is only a level 1 character, so he will now be removed from play. He yells out, "Go on without me, Two Gun. I'll just lay here for a while.
I'll wait for one of you fellas to come back and suck the poison out."
All right. I will ask you to continue activating.
All right.
Hey, you know what, Bob? Over here, I was just looking at this. You know, if I angled you a little bit, we could get you within 3 inches of that search marker, and Hank could maybe see if he spots something over there.
All right.
Is
that sounds fair.
Okay? Now, these searching is neither a peril or a plot point. It is an action. So he's just kind of looking around. But you could find either one. You could find a plot point. You could find a peril. You could find other things as well. So if he passes a random challenge, and if he passes it, he gets to draw one of these yellow cards to find something, whatever it might be. If he fails it, that just means he didn't find anything. It doesn't actually hurt him or anything like that. So here is his challenge. He's taking a look around as he goes running by. He's not going to find anything. He's going to have to roll 2 successes with cunning or might, and Hank ain't got either one of those. So at least he did a search. So he's done there. All right. Now we have Jake and Ringo and Jelly Bean over here. What are they going to do?
Well, I think Jelly Bean is going to risk a run himself.
Okay, where's he trying to get to?
He's going to just try to get to that plot point nearest you.
Okay. I think he can do that without a run. I think he's within 9 inches of it.
Run, he can do that too.
Yeah, he doesn't need to run. He could do just a normal 6-inch move, staying kind of cautious. That gets him within 3 inches, and then he gets to draw a card. Here is his search. Okay, he only needs to roll 1 success with finesse. He can do that. He's got 1 dice. That's a 50-50 chance. Jelly Bean can do that. Here we go. Here we go, Jelly Bean. 4, 5, or 6. No, he did not find anything there. Doesn't mean there isn't anything there. It just means he did not see it. Got some dirt in his eye. I'm going to ask you to activate a gain.
Well, let's activate Jake.
Okay. Jake is your sidekick.
Yeah, he'll follow up right to the side of Jelly Bean and do the same old check.
All right, he's going to search. He's kind of searching that area over there. Jake says, I know there was something here. Here is his challenge. Oh my gosh. 3 with brawl, might, or finesse. That is not his best. Let's see. He's actually a really good brawler. I think a Comanchero leapt out of the bushes right there to try and put a knife into Jake. Here is Jake's roll. He needs 3 successes. I'm trying to see if I have another card or anything to help him. 3 successes out of this. And you got it. Yay! You successfully passed the challenge. And Bessie, that means it's yellow card time. Oh. Boys and girls, there's all kinds of cards in here. There's perils, there's plot points, and there's things in between. So let's see what Bessie draws for Bob. Bessie? And we'll have to rename it. We'll call it something else because most of these cards are kind of different. A dust devil. Ooh. A dust devil springs up. Place a small perilous area 1 to 8 inches from the center of the table. A dust devil, boys and girls. Wow. A dust devil springs up and is whirling around. This is a dangerous spot. It's dangerous out here, boys and girls. All right, 1 to 8 inches from the center of the table. Jake yells out, "Look out, 2-gun." Let's see, the center of the table, we're going to say is the horse right there. That's the center of the table. And the dust devil is 7 inches towards Jake. No wonder he saw it. No wonder he saw it. So right there is the dust devil. Whirling dirt and sand.
This is
All right.
the worst weather I've seen in an age.
All right. We still got Ringo. He could actually move up and search as well.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Okay. So he's got his 6-inch
Ringo's
move.
not. He's a faithful fella, but he's not too imaginative.
There we go. So he moves up. He's searching. He's going to have to roll 2 successes. That means he's not going to find anything. He doesn't have the might or finesse to do any searching. I think he is very distracted by this whirling dust devil over here. So he's not too thrilled about looking too many places. So
He's
that
just trying to keep his hat on.
Yeah. It's embarrassing to lose your hat for sure. That'll end your activations. All of your fellows are done. The storm is picking up. It's raging. Let's see. Give me camera 4. Oh, that's not 4. This is 2.
2.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Well, now my fellas also see some movement over there. This is a whole lot of open ground. I'm not sure I like the idea about crossing all this open ground, though. I'm going to activate Indio. That is my leader. No. Who's this fella? This is just one of my desperados here. He's going to activate. He'll move 6 inches, and he's going to try to search. He knows there's treasure out there. Indio sends him out to do his search. He's going to have to roll 1 success with finesse or cunning, and that he only has 1 dice in that. So, but that's a 50-50. Let's see if we can find something. He does. Bessie, give me a yellow card.
Ba-ba-bum. Have to come stop again.
Yeah, however, it doesn't matter to me. It is the mail pouch. The mail pouch has been located. Place this plot point 1 die 6 inches away from the marker towards the center of the table. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So how far am I going to have to put it out there?
8.
4 inches towards the center of the table. That's the pony. 4 inches. I'm going to put this little box out there for now to represent that. 4 inches off towards the table. That's where the mail pouch is located, boys and girls. That's where the mail pouch is. So my desperado moves up here. He sees something over there. He yells back to Indio. There it is. It's the mail pouch.
How does he say it?
Huh?
How does he say it?
With his Irish accent.
Oh.
Okay, what am I going to do now? I guess I want Indio to get up there to that mail pouch. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to try a run move because I don't want anybody else getting my mail pouch now that it is spotted. So I'm going to activate Indio. He's going to move in a run towards that mail pouch. Here is his peril. Peril is 1 with finesse or cunning. You don't get where he is without being finessey fellow, though, and cunning muchachos. So he's got a 3 die 10 roll here, and he only needs 1. Easy peasy. All right. So he's going to complete his 12-inch run and get all the way up to the mail pouch.
Our overhead is black.
What?
Our overhead camera is black.
Okay, thank you. Try to remind me, I guess, every once in a while to check that. Okay, let's see. What's next? I guess I'm going to go ahead and move Sancho here, he's going to move 6 inches towards this search marker, and he is going to search. This is my sidekick, boys and girls. Here is his search. He gets 2 with might or finesse, and he's got the might to handle that. So he's picking up a rock to check underneath it. He needs 2 successes, and he got it. So, Bessie, I'm going to get a yellow card. Draw it out of there. It is another plot point, and it's the commissioner. It is the commissioner, and he appears 1 die 6 inches back towards the center of the table. Which camera am I on? 2?
Yeah.
Here is my roll. 6 inches back towards the center of the table. 3 inches. Well, he did not quite make it to the house there. The commissioner, 3 inches back towards the house. He is collapsed in a lump, just feet, just a few feet away from the door, but collapsed nonetheless. We'll lay him down. I still have 2 characters to activate. I'm going to remind you that you have an unseen peril and a danger. So if you'd like to play one of those on my characters, you could.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I'm going to play the danger on your next activated figure.
Okay. So let's see. We're going to call that one of my desperados. We'll do yellow hat here. Now, if you would like to, you could play distraction on him first, and that would give him a -1 to all of his rolls this turn. It's up to you, though. You want to play the distraction first?
I think I'll play the danger first.
Okay, here is the danger. So he plays the danger. That means my fellow's going to have to take a peril. It is a 0 peril, boys and girls. No danger at all. He saw it coming. It's a gopher hole, and he just lightly steps over it. No problem.
Well, the gopher just stuck his head up at that time.
I know.
He just stood on it.
And he ducked back in. Well, I cannot afford to lose my guy in a run, so I'm just going to do a normal 6-inch move here. But he's going to be up here. And yeah, we're heading towards the commissioner. I'm going to activate my last fella. If you wanted to play your unseen peril on him, you could.
I'll play my distraction now.
Okay.
I'm going to slow you guys down before you get to the commissioner.
So the only reason to play the distraction is really if you're going to hit me with the unseen peril afterwards, immediately. Otherwise, he's probably not going to be rolling for anything.
Okay. Can I just play the unseen peril?
Yes, you can. All
right.
So the unseen peril is on my fellow. So he's looking out for danger. It's only 1 with finesse. He could do that. Or should I dodge? I've got 2 dice in dodge. Yeah, I want to keep my guy alive. So I'm going to try to dodge it. Now, this happens as soon as he activates. He got the 1 success he needed, so he is not injured, but that ends his activation immediately, so he will not even get to move. So you stopped my fella in his tracks back there as a rattlesnake goes crawling by. You'd think they would be, finding someplace warm for the night. Let's see, what's next? So he's done. That's all my fellas. I've activated everybody I have. And that ends the turn. Oh, things are about to get wild, boys and girls. Things are about to get wild out here because I suspect there is going to be some gunplay in this next turn. Yeah, I suspect there's going to be some gunplay. As we start this next turn, the first thing you do is draw a card. So we're starting turn number 3 here. There's nothing else to do. So Bob, I am still the director, so I'm going to draw first. And I drew a breakaway card. That might be helpful. Bob, you draw a parlay. Oh, okay. So it's important to know what that parlay card does, Bob. You play that card when I activate a character. And what it means is that we could say that maybe El Indio and Two Gun Bob start shouting back and forth at each other. And maybe they're trying to make a deal. Maybe they're just warning each other to move away, whatever it is. But what it means is that for the rest of that turn, after you play this card, nobody can move over 6 inches and nobody can fight. So,
all right.
When you play that card, nobody can fight and nobody can move over 6 inches.
That sounds useful.
Yeah. Now I have to really think about what I'm going to do here. What do you guys think? I don't think I want to make him go first. I better activate first.
You want to do some shootings?
Well, not if he plays parlay, there won't be any shooting.
I know, that's what I mean. If you want to shoot.
But I'm going to try and pick.
You're playing it if you're activating your main character.
Yeah, what it will do is it won't stop us from performing actions. It won't stop me from trying to grab the plot points, but it means I can't run and I can't fight. But I can try and pick up the stuff, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I am going to activate first, because otherwise I think I'm going to get caught in a bad position here. So I am going to activate my lead character here. I'm going to activate El Indio right here. So when he activates, would you like to play a card?
Yeah, I'm going to play the parlay because I
Okay.
want to basically. I'm after that commissioner. I want to get him and get him to safety.
All right. So Two Gun starts a parlay out here. So for the rest of this turn, no more shooting, no more running. That would not prevent you from moving up and grabbing the commissioner, but I'm going to have fellas on top of him, hopefully, before you do. Let's see here. So Indio is going to continue his activation and try to pick up that mail pouch over there. Here is his peril. Anytime you attempt a plot point, the first thing that happens is a peril. 1 with cunning or might. Indio didn't get where he is, the leader of the most dangerous band of desperados, by not having some cunning. So he will be rolling 3 die 10, and I need 1 success. Easy peasy. Done with that. And now it's the challenge for the plot point. I need to double check and make sure there's not a challenge on that card. Okay. Here is the challenge for the plot point. It is only 1 with cunning. Well, that's what we'll do. 3 die 10 again. Easy. All right. He has picked up the mail pouch. No questions asked. The mail pouch is now under his control. That'll also give him a reward of +1 cunning. So for the rest of the scenario, his cunning is 1 point higher. All right, now what? Let's see. So that card is good. Oh no, parlay's out there. Parlay's out there for the whole game. I guess I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try and get the commissioner. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to activate give me camera 2. I'm going to activate Sancho over here. And he's going to try and move up and get a hold of that commissioner. He's got 6-inch move. Would you like to play the distraction on my character when he activates?
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. So gave him a distraction. As he approaches the commissioner, he sees Two-Gun Bob there behind the wall, and it has distracted him a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to have to face is a peril. Here is the peril. The peril is 1 with finesse. Oh, dear Sancho. Dear Sancho. He would normally get to roll 2 dice, but because he's distracted, he loses the dice, and I'm only rolling 1 dice. I got to get this. I could do it, though. That's a 4, 5, or 6. That's a 50-50 chance right here, boys and girls. You can't hardly hope for better than that in life. 4, 5, or 6. Passed with a 5. So he's passed the peril. Now it is the plot point. And the plot point is 1 with might. Sancho ate his breakfast this morning. He normally rolls 3 die 8. But because of the distraction, he's going to lose one of those dice. And he's only going to roll 2 die 8. But I got to have 1 success. I only need 1 success here, boys and girls. And I got the 1 success that I needed. And the commissioner is grabbed. The commissioner is picked up. Where's the card for the commissioner? There it is. The commissioner is picked up. Scenario reward is that I get to draw an extra card each turn. Okay. So Sancho has a hold of the commissioner.
Well, that isn't good.
That isn't good. Sancho is a desperado. Let's see. What are we going to do next? I think I need to try and protect Sancho, so I'm going to send a desperado in front of Sancho. I can't fight Two-Gun, but I'm going to move out here. When I activate this desperado, he's just going to move out here and get in front of Sancho, kind of presenting a little bit of a barrier. I'm going to activate this desperado back here. He'll move 6 inches. And I think that's... Oh, no, this fella over here hasn't moved. He'll move 6 inches and get up behind El Indio. And that's where we're going to end that turn, boys and girls. Do you see this? Do you see what's going on here? I'm going to end my activations right there. You still have all of your activations. The commissioner was picked up by Sancho. The mail pouch was picked up by El Indio. The desperados are fanning out. Oh, we have a little bit of a lull here before the storm, but I think things are about to get really, really bad. All right. You have not activated any of your characters. Remember, nobody can move over 6 inches, and nobody can fight this turn.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to move. Let's see. What's his name? By the wall.
Hank over here.
Hank. And Hank is going to take up a position behind the wall. Nice defensive position because fireworks are going to be starting pretty soon.
Yep. And he's not going to be able to. He can't shoot this turn, but he can definitely get a position there behind the wall. All right. Well, now these guys could still do some searching over here, or they could move on. What are you thinking?
We're gonna move 6 inches towards Two-Gun to give him a hand.
Okay. Watch out for that dust devil, though. That's still out here whirling around, so we'll have to have to kind of walk around that. So Jake could move 6 inches towards Bob, and he could still search if he wanted to. Because you're still within 3 inches of that.
All right, I'll do that. I'll
search marker. So here is his search. 2 with cunning or might. I think he's got 3 die 8 in might.
Yeah.
3 die 8 in might. So let's see what he gets here. 3 die 8. Oh, no. You did not find anything. No damage, no nothing there. So he's more worried about getting over here to help Bob. He didn't find anything there. But the other 2 guys could do the exact same thing.
The exact same thing. Yeah.
Okay, so Ringo activates. He moves 6 inches towards Jake, right behind Jake, and he's still within 3 inches, so he can search. Also, he gets a challenge that requires 3 with shoot, finesse, or cunning. He can't do any of those, so his turn is done. And then we have Jelly Bean move up. He can search. He only needs 1 with finesse. He can do that. He has 1 dice to do it with. Needs a 4, 5, or 6, and he got it. Bessie, Bob is going to get a yellow card. Draw a good one for Bob. Draw a good one for Bob. The storm is raging. There's wind blowing through here. Encounter an immediate peril. So Ringo is going to grab a peril. Must have stepped on a snake as he was walking by. He's going to have to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning. I don't think he can do that. But he could try to dodge it with 2 dice.
All right. That's what he'll
He's
do.
got to get 2 successes here. He's got to get both of these boys and girls. And he did not. He's going to take a 2 dice health check. Oh, Jelly Bean is down right there. At the end of this turn, he's going to get a recovery check because this now is the end of the turn. And Jelly Bean is going to get a recovery check. Need a 4, 5, or 6. No, Jelly Bean is removed from play. Doggone it.
Things are
I
not
can't
looking
believe
good
this.
for the ranch.
I know the Sweetwater boys are having a rough time in this storm. That will end the turn there. The parlay goes away. That goes away, whatever that was.
Now, can I play my director card?
You play that when as soon as you pass a peril. As soon as you pass a peril.
Okay.
Did we? I don't think anybody passed a peril that turn.
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. So that's when you get to play that as soon as you pass a peril.
Okay.
Let's see. But that was a really good idea to think about right there, Bob, because you definitely wanted to try and start this turn. But the Desperados are still holding on. They've got
The
the
Desperados
Sweetwater
have all
boys.
the cards right now.
The Sweetwater boys are in a pickle. Okay, let's see here. As we start this turn, we start off with drawing cards. So I'm going to draw and add a danger to my hand. And what? I can't hear you.
2 cards.
I get 2 cards. Bessie reminds me that because I have control of the commissioner, I'm getting 2 cards now. So my second card is an uncanny. And now I'm going to give you a card, Bob, and you got a sucker punch.
Yay.
What sucker punch does is you can play that during a brawl to add an extra dice to your fighting. It's with a sucker punch. Bob wouldn't do that to me. Bob's an upstanding fella.
I'm the good guy, I thought.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Jake.
Let's see. Hold on. I gotta think. I gotta do a little bit of thinking because my thinking says, do I want to go first or do I want to make Bob go first? Let's see if I have some strategizing to do here. Indio's got the mail pouch over there. Sancho has the commissioner. I think I'm going to let Bob go first. Yeah, I'm going to let you go. All right, Bob.
All right.
You go first.
Well, I'm going to move. I think that looks like Jake back there, closest to you, no?
Yes, Jake is back here. Jake and Ringo are the ones that are far away.
Yeah, so Jake's going to move up to join Two Gun Bob at the wall.
I don't want to kibitz too much here. Jake is a heck of a brawler when it comes to fisticuffs.
Okay.
He's not a bad shooter, but he's certainly when he gets a hold
Well,
of fellas, sometimes he can whoop up on them.
what's his chances of getting up to the fellow that's got the commissioner?
His chances right now are zero because
All
he's
right.
got a desperado in his way. He could move up and try to uh, take the desperado out,
Yeah,
and maybe that
I,
would clear the path for Two
I
Gun.
think that's what he'll do then.
The problem is that you're a little bit over 6 inches, so you would have to run. You would have to take a peril to try and get to him.
Well, we're all in here, so
There we go.
we'll take that
Boys and
peril.
girls. When you got to take risks, you got to take risks. So here he goes. All right. So here we go. When Jake activates, I'm not going to play anything. So here is his peril. We'll say he's trying to jump over this wall in a run at night, a slippery wall crumbling, and he needs to roll 2 successes with might or finesse. He has 3 die 8 to do that with. 3 die 8, and I got to get 2 successes here, boys and girls. 2 successes. Can he do it? If he passes this roll, he's going to be on top of my desperado. But
Yep.
I don't think I've asked the boys and girls to give me a like today, have we? Boys and girls, please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. It's important to us to help our little channel grow. And if by chance you're not a subscriber, we would really appreciate it if you take a moment and hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, please consider hitting that bell so you'll get a notification when we upload a new video, because you don't want to miss our videos. And then also please consider hitting the share button today so we can get this video shared out to a wider audience. That really does help us reach more folks. So do your part, I guess, is what I'm asking, and help our little channel grow a little bit. Here we go. This is the roll. If he gets 2 successes here, he's going to be on top of a desperado. Not a single success? What the heck was that? I'm sorry, Bob. I shouldn't have let Bessie.
Rewrite.
I shouldn't have let Bessie roll that one.
I didn't roll that one.
I can't believe she rolled so bad for you. All right, so he slips on the rocks as he's trying to get across over there to the desperado, and that will stop his activation. I'll keep you on the nice side of the wall, though. I'm not going to stick you out there in the open. So he slips on the rocks right there, and he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. That's not easy. He gets D8s because he's a tough guy, and he is not injured. He slips on the wall. He stops right there, but he is not injured. Oh, my goodness. Now, Ringo could come up to the wall and try and shoot that guy down. I'm not telling you what to do, though. Let's see.
No, but that sounds about right.
Bob, I am going to ask you to activate another character.
Well, yeah, let's get Ringo up there to.
Okay. Ringo comes up to the wall.
Shot.
We'll get him in some cover. Here's some good cover here. And he is shooting at my desperado.
All right, he's fanning that 6 shooter.
Yeah. That means he's going to get to roll 3 die 6 to shoot down that desperado. But that desperado is also rolling 3 die 6 to return fire as Ringo comes up there and they get embroiled in a shootout. Guns are blazing. 3 die 6 from Ringo. And you get 2 successes, a 5 and a 4. Here is the desperado shooting back. And he only got 1 success. It is high enough that you will not be able to block it. And that means both of them are going to have to roll a health check. That means Ringo will have to roll a 1 dice health check, and the Desperado will roll a 2 dice health check. Here is for Ringo. Ringo, you failed, but you are in cover. You're going to get to re-roll that. And failed it again. Doggone it. It's not my fault. Ringo goes down. Ringo goes down. My Desperado also fails. He failed with 2 dice. So that means even if I was in cover, that wasn't going to protect me. And Ringo blasts the guy down. But at the cost of himself. Now, oh my gosh, Bob, you know what? I think I'm going to continue asking you to activate. You still have 2 characters. You have Hank over here. Hank is a little bit of a brawler. I'm not sure that he could take on El Indio. Oh, yeah, he probably could. And then you have Two Gun Bob as well. What do you want to do?
Well, Two Gun Bob is going to try to run up and grab the commissioner.
Okay. That would put us into a brawl, which might be working against your strength. Two Gun Bob is really a heck of a shooter. He could try to gun down.
Can he shoot without endangering the commissioner?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely,
All right.
he can.
Then,
Yeah. Yeah.
then he will do that.
All right. So you are a heck of a shooter with 4 die 10. 4 die 10 in shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put extra dice in there because of the close range. There's 5 die 10. And that's it. That's what you're throwing at me. And Sancho is not a slouch when it comes to gunplay, however, and he will be returning fire with 4 die 8. So this is going to be quite a shootout here. Here is for Two Gun Bob. Two Gun Bob gets 4 successes, 2 9s, a 10, and a 6. Here is Sancho's returning fire at you. Sancho gets a 5 and an 8. Now, you can decide how dangerous you want to play this. You are in cover. You could block both of his successes and still deliver 2 hits to him. How dangerous do you want to play this? Is this a go for broke situation, or are you trying to play it safe?
I think we'll go for broke because.
Okay. I think that's a good move because especially since you're in cover, you probably have a good chance of avoiding injury here. Yeah. But you really want to injure Sancho. So here is Sancho's health check. He has to get 4 successes. Does not get a single success. Look at that, Bessie.
Yay!
4 die 10. I did not roll a single success. And Sancho takes a slug to the shoulder. He's winged, and there he is. But Two Guns also going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. And he failed as well. And they are both bloodied. They both are bloodied in there. All right.
Now, does Two Gun get the re-roll on his defense, or is that already standing behind the wall, or is that already taken account?
He would have, except for the fact that I rolled 2 failures, and that meant that the wall was not going to protect him. So he caught you when you were raised up, and the wall was not in the way. So if I'd only rolled 1 failure, then yes, we would have been able to do a re-roll on that second dice. But as it was, my poor die rolling gotcha. I still have Hank over here, and I'm going to ask you to activate your last character.
Hank is going to take a shot at the lead bandito.
Okay. Hank's strong point is his brawling. He gets 3 die 6 when he brawls, and only 1 dice in shooting. Indio is actually comparatively weak in brawl with only 2 die 8. You might be able to get, and you're close enough that he's not going to be able to shoot at you. So you might be able to take him on in a brawl.
All right, all right.
At least
that sounds like good advice.
It's playing to Hank's strength.
All right.
You can always go south when I'm rolling the dice, but it is what it is. Let's see. So we're at least playing to Hank's strength here, which is to brawl. He has 3 die 6, and you have a sucker punch in your hand. You could add an extra dice with your sucker punch.
Let's add that sucker punch.
Okay, so now you're throwing 4 die 6 at El Indio. Well, doggone it, 1 freaking success. One success, and then El Indio will fight back with his 2 die 8, and he gets 1 success. Well, you can't block it, so both of them are going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Here is for Hank. Hank fails, and he's down. Doggone it. I just can't get a break today. And here is a health check for Indio. Indio passed his health check, of course, and remains uninjured. Doggone. Boy, I'm sorry, Bob. This is feels very one-sided today, mostly due to my die rolls, I feel like. I hate bringing a guest on here and
well, maybe you shouldn't have brought your trick dice.
I know I shouldn't have brought my trick dice out tonight.
Just an idea.
I know. Why did you tell me to bring the trick dice?
I said don't.
You said to bring the trick dice. You said bring the trick dice. I haven't activated anybody, so I guess I'm gonna do that. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna try and get me some of that 2-gun Bob.
He's too good for you.
2-gun Bob. Poor Sancho got hurt. That was mean. Well,
do you see the carnage elsewhere on the table?
Poor Sancho.
I got took out by a snake in the first turn. All the snakes was on my side of the board, I think.
All the snakes were on your side. I think Sancho. I think Sancho's going to run inside the house. That's what Sancho's going to do. He's injured now. I can't really afford to shoot, because if I shoot, I'm going to end up losing the commissioner. All right, we're going to try it. We're no risk, no reward. So here we go. We're going to go for it. Sancho's just going to move a couple inches. He's going to, oh God, where am I going to go with him? I got to get this. All right, he's just going to move an inch or so and get up to the cactus here, and he's going to exchange some hot lead with 2-gun Bob again.
All right.
So Sancho, because my luck is really doing well, so even though I'm at a disadvantage here, I still think I'm going to come out on top. Sancho, he's down to a D6 health, so he can't roll anything bigger than a D6. He would normally roll 3 die 6. He's going to get an extra +1 for the range, but then he's going to lose that due to the second fight. So he's still rolling 3 die 6 at 2-gun Bob here. 2-gun Bob would normally roll, and I'm only going through this math for the boys and girls at home because I want to make sure you guys know all of this. Normally, this is very quick and easy. You wouldn't, go through all of this like this. But so normally Bob would roll 4 die 10. He gains a dice for the short range, but he loses it for the second fight. He's also injured, so he won't get to roll those big D10s, and he will be down to rolling D8s. D8s. Two Gun Bob is a veteran, so he doesn't actually lose a dice due to the multiple fights. So I'm going to give him that back. And that's where we're at. So 3 die 6 versus 5 die 8. Still think I can come out on top due to my amazing die rolling skills. Watch this. Here is Sancho firing away. And he got 1 success. Here is Bob returning fire. And he got 3 successes. Sancho could not block any of those, even if I wanted to, because my 5 is not big enough to block a 6, a 7, or an 8. So both of them will have to roll health checks. Bob will have to roll a 1 dice health check. Needs a 4 better on a D8. And he passes it, boys and girls, with an 8. Woo. Sancho will have to roll a 3 dice health check. If I fail this, Sancho will go down, and that will cause the commissioner to be free. I failed it with 1 dice, boys and girls. I only failed it with 1 dice. I'm in cover, remember, and I'm going to get to re-roll that failure. Here we go.
Moving down to 1 die.
1 die says...
Fail.
It's a failure again, boys and girls! And Sancho goes down.
I'm going to have a word with this script writer.
Sancho is down. The commissioner is loose.
Woohoo!
All right.
That did not work out.
I think it worked out great.
Okay. So I have Indio. You have not. Oh, crap. You know what else happens right there, boys and girls? For those of you playing along at home, what also just happened in that fight? Two Gun Bob clearly won that fight, which means that he inflicted an injury without sustaining an injury. Two Gun Bob finished that shootout without getting hurt, whereas Sancho went down. And that means...
We're the director.
That means Bob is now the director.
Not
So,
you.
All right.
Bob,
Not you
you
dirty
are
dogs.
now the director. Well, you cannot activate any of your own characters because they have already gone, but I still have all my characters left, right? I still have, well, I mean the ones that are standing. I still have a rifleman back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, I have Indio and another Desperado over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to close in on...
Do I got any cards left to play?
You have Just Reward, which when you pass a peril, you can become the director. So right now, you just hold on to that. I don't have anything else for you to play right now. I don't think I want to let you get the commissioner. So I'm going to move this Desperado up here, and he's not going to attempt the commissioner, but what he's going to do is he's going to come up and just sit on top of the commissioner like so. And I'm not going to shoot.
Are you sure? You might want to.
And he looks around
But
and
I'm
decides,
standing on top of the wall, waving my arms.
You
Shoot
probably are. That's what makes it even more dangerous. He's not going to shoot. But over here, I'm going to start sneaking around to the backside. El Indio is a back shooter from way back. And El Indio moves up to the wall. And right there, I'm going to shoot at Two Gun Bob. Back shooter. I'm not. Just a little over 6 inches. So El Indio is moving up to the wall and is back shooting Bob.
That tells you who you're dealing with.
It does. El Indio normally rolls 3 die 10. Normally rolls 3 die 10. But he's been in a fight, so I'm going to lose one of those because of Hank. I do have trick, so I can discard to gain a dice. I'm going to discard my... stunned. I'm going to discard my stunned to gain a dice. So that'll put me back up to 3 dice. I'm going to play my steady aim and add an extra dice. I guess I'll stop there. Now, Two-Gun Bob glances over his shoulder at the right time and spots El Indio coming around the corner, and he whirls with his pistols ready to take on the enemy. Two-Gun Bob is rolling 4 die 10 to shoot with. Where are my white dice? Where are my trick dice? Where are my dice that don't roll?
10, do you want 10?
There they are. Okay. All right. So, Two-Gun Bob is a veteran, so his dice are not lowered due to the multiple fights that he has been in. So he will roll 4 die 10 also. I don't know that I have anything else really to add on to that. Let me double check his abilities. Okay. Both of them will be in cover, except Bob is down to D8s because he is injured. So D8s for his injury. And here we go. Here we go, boys and girls. El Indio, the back shooter, is coming up and firing. And he got 3 successes, a 9, a 4, and a 7. Bob returns fire. Bob, I don't want to force you to shoot back here. You would actually have the option to dodge as well. So if you wanted to dodge, you could dodge with 3 die 8. It's a little bit more of a defensive move. Or you could shoot back with 4 die 8. Do you have a preference?
I got 3.
What did you ask, Bessie?
If he dodges, he can save the director.
If he avoids getting hurt, yeah. If he avoids getting hurt, or there's either way, he could still remain director. But anyway, Bob, defense dodging would be your defensive play to try and play it a little bit safer. Blazing away with your 6 guns is a little bit more dangerous. But either way, buddy.
So I've
what
got
would you like
4
to do?
D8 if I shoot back, and I've got 3 D8 if I dodge.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're going to blaze back.
Okay. All right. So here is your roll. Boom, boom, boom. And you got 3 successes. Now, since Indio was the active character, he gets to decide if he wants to do any blocking here. I can't block all of yours, but I could use my 9 to get rid of your 8. I could use my 7 to get rid of your 7. And that means both of the characters are going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Here we go. Two-Gun Bob is down to D8. And he passed. He was not injured. El Indio also passed. So no damage there. All right. This desperado is going to move 6 inches and get behind the horse. You see that, boys and girls? You see what he's pulling here? He's coming up to sneak up on Two-Gun Bob. Oh, he's lurking in the darkness, and you see the crack of lightning, and his face is lit up as he's lurking right behind the horse there. And
His
I have
single
activated
gold tooth reflecting the lightning strike.
And that will end my activation. Oh, this is, look at this. We've got Jake and Two Gun Bob, the last two standing. However, there are some recovery checks to roll. And for those of you at home that are playing along, I think it's time to let Bessie roll some dice. Bessie, we got some recovery checks to roll. So we have Two Gun Bob and Sancho. That sounds like a good one to roll. So I got a red dice and a white dice here. Got a red dice and a white dice. Here you go, Bessie. Which one is for Two Gun Bob? Which?
White.
White?
Oh.
Oh, and they are both a failure. So they both remain injured. However, what that does mean is that Sancho is removed from play. Remember, if a down character fails a recovery, they are simply removed. So Sancho is no more. He is heading towards home. We still have some more characters that are down. Let's do Ringo and this Desperado right here. So Bessie is rolling 2 dice again. She's got a red dice and a white dice. Which one is Ringo?
White.
Ringo is the white dice.
Oh,
White
no.
is a failure and red
left-handed.
is a success. The Desperado claws back to his feet. Ringo is removed from play. I can't believe Bessie would do that to you, Bob. I asked her to play nice. I asked her to play nice today. I asked her to play nice, and look what she's doing.
I know she had everything in mind for me on the good side, so I'm
Yeah.
prepared to resent me.
Yeah.
We have one last recovery check, and that is Hank. Can Hank get up? Hank the cowboy? Hank the cow dog? You wouldn't make poor Hank go out right here, would you, Bessie?
No,
You wouldn't do that to poor Hank. 4 better.
Yes.
Oh, Hank is back on his feet.
Trusty Hank.
Hank is back on his feet. Did Bob hold on to the cone through all that fighting? Is he still the director? He is, isn't he? Bob held on to that all the way through all that fighting. So as we start this turn, Bob Murch, Two Gun Bob, is the director. So I removed the bullet from the counter, and we're going to draw cards. Bob, your card is called a out of ammo. So you can play that when I activate a character, and that character will not be able to shoot that turn. That would be a really good one to play on my leader when he activates, because that's his specialty.
That's good advice. All right.
That's his specialty. Now I draw and I get a bad news. So I might be playing that. Okay, I got a bad news for you. Okay, you are the director. Now, as the director, you get to decide. Do you go first? Poor Two Gun Bob is still bloodied over here. The commissioner's yelling for help. He's still not able to move much. You got 2 desperados in your way over here. Could Jake take one down and Two Gun? Let's see. Let me think. You know what? If Jake took one of them down, or Two Gun, if either one of them took one of these guys down, then that would possibly clear a path for the other one to go grab the commissioner. Or you could just try and take out both of these guys. I don't know what you want to do here.
Well, I think I'm going to, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go to the other side of the building.
Hank?
And Hank is he's the brawler, right?
Yep.
He's going to move up and brawl with
El Indio.
El Indio at the wall.
Okay. We're going to call that.
Because he doesn't, there's nothing he hates worse than a back shooter.
Oh, Oh, El Indio is known for back shooting. He's a famous back shooter from way back. All right, so El Indio will not be able to shoot because you were not over 3 inches when you rushed. So um, we will go straight into the fighting. Hank is going to be rolling 3 die 10. Sorry, 3 die 6. 3 die 6 to brawl. And El Indio's only rolling 2 die 8. Or maybe I should, I think I'll dodge. I'm going to try and get away from, you. I don't want you hitting on me. So I'm going to try to dodge. El Indio has 3 die 10 and dodge, so that's what I'm going to do here. I want to get away from him. So here is Hank. 3 die 6. And all he gets is 1 4. Oh, Bessie, why are you rolling so bad today? Here is El Indio. I got a 4, 6, plenty of dice there. So since I can block his dice, and I did not suffer any hits, I can move 1 inch away, and I will do that. I'm going to jump across the wall, and I'll be 1 inch away from Hank.
But at least you can't shoot this turn, correct?
I can when I activate. My activation hasn't come yet.
Okay.
But you still have your out of ammo card, so you could stop me from shooting. I would be at a -1 because of that fight. So you have slowed down my shooting ability.
All right. Now, two-gun Bob and
yeah,
Jake.
This is an interesting situation
shoot with
over
Jake
here.
first. Jake's going to take on the one fella.
All right.
The not the main character, but the mook.
Now these are both just desperados over here.
Oh, they're just desperado. Okay, well Jake will stay. No, he's gonna. Is he better at brawling or shooting?
He's definitely a better brawler. He rolls like 4 die 8 to brawl or 2 die 6 to shoot.
Okay, he'll head out and brawl. He'll play to his strength.
He is the brawling type. So, what's my desperado going to do? My desperado is going to use defensive fire. You were over 3 inches, so I'll be rolling 3 die 6 to shoot at you as you come at me, and you'll be rolling 4 die 8 to beat my fellow up. Here we go. Here's my 3 die 6. No, you're the active character, so I should roll for you first. Here is your attack. Now, I say that, boys and girls. I said I should roll for you because you're the active character first. It's a politeness. It's actually completely meaningless because we're resolving a fight. These things are happening simultaneously. So as the desperado is shooting, Jake is moving in and fighting with him. So all of this is considered to be relatively simultaneous. So it doesn't really matter who rolls first, is I guess the point that I was trying to make there. Here is the roll. This is Jake's roll. He got an 8 and a 4. Here is my desperado. He got a 6 and a 4. Now, how dangerous do you want to play that? You could block both of them, which would mean that neither character is injured. You could block one of them, so both characters would have to roll a 1 dice health check. You could choose to play it very dangerous and not block anything, in which case both characters will have to roll a 2 dice health check. How dangerous are you doing it?
We'll play it all the way.
All the way, he says. So
all the way.
So the desperado will have to roll a 2 dice health check, and Jake will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Here is for the desperado. I didn't really roll. I'm gonna pick that up because I messed that up. Okay, so he is down. Here is for Jake. Keeps catching. He is injured, but that puts the desperado down. So Two Gun would actually have a route in there.
So
If that's what you want to do, I'm just giving you options. I'm not
I
suggesting
think
that's
Two
what you
Gun's
should
going to
do.
shoot at the other desperado and try to
Okay.
get rid of him.
Okay, so Two Gun is throwing something like 5d8 here. He's down to d8s because of his injury. The desperado will be rolling 3d6 to shoot back. Here is Two Gun Bob firing. Oh, only 2 successes, an 8 and a 4. Not a great shot there. Here is the desperado. Desperado got a 6. Again, how dangerous do you want to play that? You could block it, or you could say, I can take it. You are in cover, so you are going to get a reroll.
I think we'll play it all the way again.
Okay, so the desperado will be rolling a 2 dice health check, and 2 dice health check for the desperado. He passed. He does not go down. Two Gun Bob also passed and was not injured. And that is all of your characters. You have activated everybody. Indio. Indio has jumped to the other side of the wall, and from there, he's just going to gun down Hank. So he jumps to the other side of the wall, and he decides to take Hank out. Doesn't like Hank coming up from behind on him there. So Indio is a gunner from way back. He shoots with 3d10. The short range will get him 4d10. The previous fight would cost him a dice. He's going to use his steady aim.
Now, can I play my out of ammo at this point?
Oh, absolutely you can. Yes.
All right.
Out of ammo. Never mind everything I said. I'm out of ammo and will not be shooting. Since I'm out of ammo, and that would be played at the start of my turn, at the start of his activation, I guess I'm going to go ahead and move. Maybe I don't want to be that close to Hank if I can't gun him down. I'm gonna have Indio, while he's reloading, he is sneaking. He's sneaking quietly around the wagon to get a better shot at Two Gun Bob from behind. But he will not be able to shoot this turn because he is reloading. The next character I'm going to activate, I guess, will be this desperado here that was lurking behind the horse. And I guess he'll try to shoot Hank down. He's rolling 3d6 to shoot at Hank. Hank, you could shoot back with 1 dice, or you could dodge with 2 dice. Hank ain't a great shooter.
I think Hank will dodge.
Okay, so Hank is using
Hank can play of our ability.
2 dice to dodge. Here is the desperado. 3d6. 2 successes. That's going to be hard to dodge. That's got some damage coming through. Let's see if Hank can. Okay, Hank stops one of them, but he doesn't stop the other one, and he's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Here it is, 1 dice health check, passed, and he is not injured. I'm running out of guys. Here. So the only other guy I have left is that desperado out there, and I don't know. He's in a bad spot. I can't. Let's take a risk here. He's going to go for. So what should I do here, boys and girls? What do you think? I could go for the commissioner, and I could try to pick up the commissioner. But that leaves him in a really bad spot because then he's got Two Gun Bob and Jake right there ready to waylay him. I could try and shoot I think I'm gonna.
Oh, they're both hurt.
I could try to shoot at Jake.
Yeah.
Jake is the nearer of the two targets. I'm gonna try and Jake is injured,
Mm-hmm.
and Jake is not a great shooter. If I could put Jake down, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to put Jake down here. So I'm gonna stay up into this cactus here, making sure I have cover here. Um, I'm gonna be rolling 2d6 because I've been in a fight from Two Gun Bob there. So I'm only rolling 2d6 because I'm losing a dice and then I'm gaining a dice for the range. So I'll stay at 2 dice. Jake, you're injured, so you're down to d6s, and you have 2 dice in shooting. So you're going to gain a dice and lose a dice because of the multiple fights. So you could shoot back with 2 dice, or you could dodge with 3 dice.
Oh,
How
he'll
do you want to
dodge.
play this?
He'll dodge
Okay.
with 3 dice. Yeah.
All right. Here is the shooting. Desperado gets a 5. So as long as you roll a 5, did not. He got 2 4s, boys and girls. And 2 4s is not big enough to stop a 5. And he will have to roll a 1 dice health check. He failed, but he is in cover. Oh, I need to go back and fix something else. Here is his cover save. Okay, cover saved him, so he was not injured. Boys and girls, I did miss something, and I'm going to go back and fix it because I don't like forgetting things like this. But Jake is indomitable. He should have got a re-roll on his recovery check. So we're going to give him another chance to recover and shake off that injury. So he would be rolling 1d6. So if I roll a 4 or better, he shakes off that injury. And he did. So he actually is not injured there. That was from last turn, right?
Yep.
Right. That didn't just happen in that fight. So I kind of cheated you there a little bit, Bob, but that's how I
Well,
am.
you are the bad guys.
You come around here, you have to expect
Nothing
to
less.
get a little cheating once in a while. All right. I think that ended the turn, and I don't think I got as much of an advantage out of that turn as I thought I was going to get. I really felt like I had you over the barrel a little bit. That out of ammo over there really cost me.
Yeah.
And plus I lost my sidekick. I lost Sancho. I hate losing the Sancho because I do love me some Sancho.
It's not food.
Oh, okay. At the end of this turn, we get recovery checks again. And I'm going to let Bessie do the deed. So she's got 2 characters to roll for. We have a down Desperado here. And we have 2 Gun Bob. So I'm going to drop a red dice and a white dice in this cup. Bessie, which color is for who?
2 Gun Bob.
White.
2 Gun Bob is the white dice. Let's see it. Oh, she's switching hands. Oh, she's good. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh.
Oh, yes. Does it count?
Yeah. All right. So, 2 Gun Bob recovers. My Desperado does not. So I lose. That Desperado is removed from the table, and 2 Gun Bob's injury. He shakes it off. He's gritting his teeth. He knows that the commissioner must be saved. He's bloodied, but he's not giving up. He's got his second wind. And somehow Bob held on to the director cone through that. Somehow Bob remained director, which I think he must have cheated me somehow. I must have missed something.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna keep it.
All right. As we start turn number 5, we're going to draw cards. Bob, you get another card. You have an uncanny. What uncanny does is it lets you gain a +1 when you're attempting a peril or a plot point. Now, I've got a desperado on top of the commissioner. So it's important for you to understand that the commissioner cannot be attempted. You cannot attempt the commissioner while I have somebody in contact.
All right. Well, I think I got my strategy down.
Okay. You still have
No.
Hank, Jake, and Two Gun Bob. But as the director here, you don't have to go first. You could make me go first.
I'm going first.
Well. Okay. What is the strategy?
Let's take care of something secondary to begin with.
Okay.
We got behind the wall.
Hank.
We got Hank, and Hank's gonna try to grapple with.
Yep. So he leaps over the wall and comes after this fellow here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take him out of play is what we want to do.
I'm not going to be able to shoot at you as you close with me because you were too close. But I'm not a bad brawler. I'll throw 2 dice back at you, but Hank is rolling 3 dice. And here is the fight. Here is the fight. 3 dice from Hank. A 6. A 6. And the desperado also gets a 6. How do you want to play that? Are we both uninjured, or are we both going to roll 1 dice health check?
I think we're going to roll some health checks there.
Okay. Hank is the white dice. The desperado is the red dice. Here is the roll. Both failed. Both go down. Pop.
All right. Well, at least sacrifice that gets that
play.
Fella out.
Sacrifice play.
All right. Now we're over to Jake.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about
grappler.
You don't need to worry about what's over here behind the wagon. Don't worry about what's over here behind the wagon.
Oh, we'll see if we can deal with him in a bit.
Okay.
But Jake is going to grapple with the other desperado.
Okay. The other desperado. So leaps over the cactus, jumps onto this desperado. The desperado will not get to shoot because Jake was so close. And Jake is rolling 4 die 8. Jake isn't injured now. He's rolling 4 die 8. The desperado will attempt to brawl him, and the desperado is rolling 2 die 6. Here we go. 4 die 8. 1 success. Oh my gosh. That was not a good roll. That was about average, I think. About average.
Yeah.
And then my desperado gets 2 successes with a 6 and a 5. You got out brawled that time. I think you tripped over that cactus. Running through the cactus was not
all the time.
Running through the cactus was not a good idea. So you could either mitigate some of this damage, and then you'd only have to roll a 1 dice health check, or you take it on the chin and roll a 2 dice health check. How do you want to do it?
What's my chance of eliminating that desperado versus Jake? Jake's a sidekick, so has he got
Correct.
2?
That's correct. Yeah. So
right.
Jake, regardless of how bad you roll, the worst situation is that he is injured but remaining standing.
We'll go all the way then.
Okay.
We'll go all the way.
So the desperado, you'll have 1 chance to injure that desperado, and he's going to have to roll for 1 injury. That means it's a 4, 5, or a 6. He remains on his feet. 1, 2, or 3. He is down, and I rolled a 4. The desperado remains on his feet. Let's see. He is still in contact with the commissioner. Let's see. Oh, and Jake will have to roll a 2 dice health check on D8 because he's a sidekick. And, of course, Jake is bloodied. I think it's mostly cactus, though. And you stumbled through that cactus.
All right.
Got-
Well, this leaves me no choice. Two Gun Bob's going to have to try to gun down the Desperado with who's by
Yeah,
Jake.
the terrible thing here is that you cannot shoot at the Desperado for fear of hitting Hank. So they are embroiled in a tussle over there, and can't risk shooting into that fight.
Two Gun Bob will then have to shoot at the fellow, the back shooter,
El Indio.
El Indio. Yeah.
Okay, so you could jump over the wall and shoot from the other side. It's not too terribly important because Two Gun Bob always counts as being in cover, even if
All
he
right.
isn't in cover. But might as well get another inch towards the commissioner.
Hey, can Two Gun Bob grapple with the Desperado that fought?
Yes, he could. It's not his sweet spot. It's not what he's good at. But you would roll 2 die 8 to attack him.
And he's rolling two back at
And
me.
my little guy would only roll 1 die 6 to fight back.
All right, that's what we'll do then.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea at all. Okay. So Two Gun comes over and attacks the Desperado. You got 2 die 8 to try and cause some injury to him. Looking at your cards, you got 1 success. The Desperado gets 1 dice to fight back. He got 1 success. It's high enough that you cannot block it, so both of you are going to have to roll a health check. The Desperado failed, and the Desperado is down. But Two Gun Bob also has to roll a health check, and he passed, so he was not injured.
All right, he did the right thing.
And that ends your activation. Yeah, I have to really hope that Desperado gets up, if you know what I mean there. If he gets up at the end of the turn, I could try and keep those guys tied up. El Indio. That's all I have left.
Take some pot shots at the boys.
What did you just say?
He's gonna take some pot shots at the boys.
At Two Gun Bob? Are you kidding me? Okay. El Indio is going to move up to the position that you just vacated. And he is going to try another back shot on Bob.
Surprise, surprise.
El Indio is rolling 4 die 10. I'm going to play my steady aim and add an extra dice in there. Yes, I had 2 steady aims. So that gets him up to 5 dice. The short range is also figured in there. So that's where I'm stopped at. 5 die 10. Bob will also have 5 die 10 shooting back. Because he's not injured. He's a veteran. And he has short range. So 5 die. This is a lot of lead flying here. This is a whole lot of lead flying. So 5 die 10. 5 die 10. Okay, here we go.
It feels like it's come down to something.
Yeah, here's El Indio firing. 4 successes. Oh, yeah. Now we got Two Gun Bob over a barrel. And here are the 5 shots back. Fanning his pistol. 4 successes also. I don't see any reason to be fancy here, so I'm just going to say take them all. So both characters will roll a 4 dice health check. Here is for El Indio. El Indio passed. Look at that, boys and girls. 4, 5, 7, 8. El Indio is not injured. Here is the 4 dice health check for Bob. Bob failed with 1. And you look at this and you go, well, he's not in cover, but he always counts as being in cover. He has the untouchable ability. So Bob always counts as being in cover, and he will get to roll that 1 failure. And it is a success.
Yay.
So that was a lot of lead exchanged right there. Not any damage.
Commissioner has a hole through his hat, though.
You see this? All I have left is El Indio. That's all I have left is one character on the table that's still on their feet. But I'm going to get up my guys.
Let's see it.
And I'm pretty sure Hank won't survive. So Hank's going away. Let's just see how Bessie rolls this time. All right, Bessie. It's time for the recovery checks. We're about to start the last turn of the game. Somehow Bob came back. I don't know. I think Bessie was messing up the dice.
I switched out the trick dice to my trick
Thank you,
dice.
Bessie.
You're welcome.
Bessie, who are we going to start with here? We have Hank and we have Jake. So we'll just roll for your two fellas first.
Oh.
Hank and Jake.
Okay.
Nah, we want to put a bad guy in there. We'll do Jake and this desperado that's standing right next to him.
All right.
Hank and that desperado that's right there next to him.
You mean Jake or Hank? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Jake and this desperado.
Okay. Jake's white.
Jake is white. Okay.
Oh,
Jake
shit.
failed. My desperado passed, and I'm going to put my desperado back on his feet, boys and girls, and I'm going to be in contact. I'm going to be in base-to-base contact with both of his characters. That's where I'm going to come up into contact. Now, Jake is indomitable, so he will get a reroll,
all right.
Bessie.
Still, though, I
Hard
wanted that
to
guy to
keep
go
Jake
away.
down. Give him a reroll.
Oh, no.
Failed again! Good one, Bessie! Oh,
no,
Bessie.
I'm so sorry. You
she's
switched that
taking
dice on
those
me.
Bribes.
Give me another
taking
dice.
Those bribes is what's going on here. And now it's Hank and that desperado behind the house.
All right.
All right, let's see what you can do, Bessie. Hank is the white dice?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, they both passed. They both passed. And that means, when I stand my guy up, do you want to be in base-to-base contact with me, or do you want to be 1 inch away?
No, I'll be in base to base. We'll keep
All right.
rolling.
All right, so they face off again.
All right.
And that ends the turn. We are starting the last turn of the scenario. Pretty sure this is a 6-turn scenario. Let's just double check real quick to make sure. This feels like it might be longer. Nope, it is 6. This is the last turn of the game. Come hell or high water, boys and girls. This is the last turn of the game. And somehow, Bob has remained in control of the cone again.
Yep. We're that good.
What?
He's good.
Yep.
That is out.
When you're good, you're
Despite-
good.
Despite the evil and nefarious dice.
Despite your
All right,
best intentions.
Bob, you got a new card, sir. My desperado has them tied up over there, though. Here is my card. I'm sorry, your card is a distraction.
Oh.
Interesting. My card is a bad feeling. All right. All right, Bob. You got some plotting to do. Again,
All right.
I got
we're
both of your guys tied up with my fella here. Okay, now this is where some strategizing. I'm going to give you some ideas here also. If you make me activate first, if I choose to activate the guy in the yellow sombrero over there, then he would have to split his dice and fight both of your guys, and you would actually have a chance of putting my desperado down during my activation, which means when it comes back around to you, you're free of him and could move on and do other stuff. But I do have El Indio free, which again, I can't attempt the commissioner while you have people in contact with him. I don't know.
And you can't shoot, right?
I
Since
can't
we're
shoot
in contact
at
with your
Two Gun
guy?
Bob for fear of hitting my desperado. Not even El Indio is that dirty. Some people are. There's actually an ability, or there's a perk, I think, that you can actually shoot into a combat even if your guys are in there. So you can have those sorts of characters in Pulp Alley if you really want them. But so
right.
Bob, what do you think here? Do you go first?
Well, I think I'm going to seize the initiative again.
Okay.
So let's go over to the secondary situation once
Okay.
more.
Okay.
Do some brawling. See if we
Hank.
can.
Hank and the desperado back behind the house. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So here we go. 2 dice from the desperado, 3 dice from Hank. Checking your cards, don't see anything. Here we go. Hank is the active character, and he rolls 2 4s. Here is the desperado. He rolls, and he gets nothing. The desperado will have to roll a 2 dice health check, and he is down. Hank remains
Yay,
on his
Hank.
feet.
All
You are
right.
still the boss.
All right. So over at Two Gun Bob's situation.
Mm-hmm. If Jake could put the desperado down, then Two Gun Bob could go after the commissioner, or vice versa.
I think, well, I think Two Gun Bob, is he too close to use his pistols?
He cannot shoot at the desperado. He cannot use his shoot skill during a brawl.
Okay.
Right now, yes, he is in a brawl, so he would only be
All
able
right,
to
so
use
they're going to
his
just
D8.
brawl. They're going to try to take out the. We'll start with Jake.
Okay, so we'll start with Jake is brawling. So Jake rolls. He's injured now, so he's only rolling 4 die 10. My desperado is going to fight back with 2 die 6.
All right.
Here we go. 4 die 6. Checking your cards. Okay, 4 die 6 from Jake. And it's only 1 success. Oh my gosh.
What do you have
The
against
evil
Jake?
of my dice is unstoppable. And the desperado fights back with a 6, so you couldn't block it even if you wanted to. Both of them will have to roll a health check. I'm going to throw them both in the same cup. We'll call. I'll let you call it. I'm going to roll these 2 dice.
Jake's we're the good guys. We're
Okay. So the desperado is the red dice. The desperado passed his health check. Jake failed, and Jake is down.
all right.
That will give me the cone. That will make me the director now. And yeah, I'll go ahead and ask you to activate.
All right. Well, Two Gun Bob will try to take the desperado down then.
Yep. Okay. Two Gun Bob only brawls with 2 die 8. 2-8 Bob. And the desperado will only fight back with 1 dice because he's already been in a fight. And here is the fight. You got 1 success with a 4. The desperado got a 4 as well. Do you want to say take them all?
Let's take them all.
Okay, so the desperado will have to roll a 1 dice health check. He remains on his feet. And Two Gun Bob also is not injured. And you've activated all your fellas, so now it'll be my turn. I will start with that desperado. He will be trying to dodge. Two Gun Bob could either dodge here or if you chose to dodge, then both of us have the option of backing up an inch. That's what happens with both characters in a fight choose to dodge. It means basically that no blows are being struck.
All right.
So
now, question
uh-huh.
then: if we stay engaged in our brawl,
uh-huh.
can El Indio shoot?
He cannot shoot while we're engaged in a brawl.
Okay, we'll stay in the brawl then.
Okay, I'm going to try and get away from you anyway. If I can dodge you, I can still have a chance of getting away, but it's not automatic this way. So I'm rolling 2 dice to dodge because I don't have any brawl dice left now, and you're rolling 1 dice to brawl me. Here is, so the only dice that really matters in this situation is the brawl dice. So I'm going to roll your attack. It is a 1, and that will not cause any damage to me. And since I successfully avoided taking any hits, I will take my 1 inch back and move away from you. And that means El Indio has a shot. El Indio will try to back shoot you. Really not a great chance here, though. Oh, this is the last turn of the game, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So it's actually ending here. 4. I'll have 4 die 10 to shoot at you. You will have 5 die 10 to shoot back. Yeah, I should have. Okay. Here is El Indio. I can't go for the commissioner because Bob is in contact. I only got 2 successes with a 10 and a 5. And Bob shooting back gets 4 successes. I will just say take them all. Last turn of the game anyway. It doesn't matter. So Bob will have to roll a 2 dice health check. El Indio will have to roll a 4 dice health check. El Indio fails with 1. He is behind a wall. And his cover saves him. 2 Gun rolls a 2 dice health check. Fails with 1. 2 Gun always counts as being in cover. And passes. So that ends it with him. And that's it. That's everybody, isn't it?
I think so.
That's it.
Yeah. So at that point, we could say that the storm, the rain gets much heavier at this point. Almost a blinding downpour, maybe even like a flash flood situation. The commissioner, 2 Gun Bob, sees the commissioner disappearing, running off through the rain and into the night. And the commissioner is gone. At this point, also, Indio decides to take the mail pouch, which he was able to hold on to, and he's going to get out of here as well with the mail pouch.
And he doesn't have to share it with hardly anyone.
Yeah. Well, he's not much on sharing anyway.
He was going to have to shoot those fellas anyhow.
Yeah. Just saved him some bullets this time. Bob, thank you so much for coming out and playing with me today. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
The dice were not on your side today, sir.
No, I know. I was definitely fighting an uphill battle here.
Yep, I had my trick dice out today, and that was still just scads and scads of fun, though. It's always an enjoyment. If you've been playing games as long as we have, the dice are going to have their say in how things go.
My family would not be surprised at all by my virtual dice rolling here.
Yeah.
Kind of what I'm known for.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't remember who's next. I don't remember who's actually coming out to play with me next Sunday, but we do this live every Sunday. Want to remind you guys again, Bob Murch was our special guest today, the owner, operator, and janitor at Pulp Figures, and pulpfigures.com. Just an absolutely amazing range of figures that he has been working on for how long? Since the 1840s, if I remember right.
Basically, yep. I mean, you have a figure on there. The commissioner looks like he's from the old Space 1889 range.
Yep.
So that was 1999.
1999. Yeah. Very cool. So be sure to go check out Bob Murch's Pulp Figures collection. Absolutely amazing.
Actually, we got a price increase coming. Basically, it'll come tomorrow. So today's the last day to get the old price.
Yeah. We had to go through and just recently update all of the prices on our cards. We did a small increase on the miniatures as well. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just the times.
I have to buy some metal within this next month. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
the
gone up
it's the times
crazy.
we live in. You know, it is what it is.
It is
Boys and
what it
girls,
is.
thank you so much for joining. Please make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe, and the share button for us today. We definitely appreciate you all jumping on here and having fun with us. If you would like to be involved in this, if you'd like to play with me on a Sunday, doesn't matter how many games of Pulp Alley you've played. If you've never played before, you played, 1,000 games, you're welcome to sign up for this. Contact me on Facebook or send me an email or a radiogram. We also accept radiogram telegrams. That's it.
That's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wake
Thank
up the
you.
orchestra and play us out. Bye, everybody. Bob, that was really awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, buddy. It was a lot of fun.